Hello, this video is entitled My Miracles. I think I've explained my miracles a bunch of times on my videos, but they're always, tuckered away in somewhere in a 10-minute long video, and I think I'll have one where the whole video is my miracles, because I think it's important, because I think too many people in this world don't believe in anything beyond what you can see, or they think they don't believe anything beyond what you can see, even though, like somebody tells you that there's, ice caps on the moon, everybody believes it, but they can't see it. They just take other guys for their word of mouth, scientists, but they can't take another person from their word when they say a miracle happened. To me, it doesn't really make sense, but anyways, so what I think is that I know that lots of people experience miracles, probably most people, and I think a lot of those people just forget their miracles. Like right after they happen, they kind of think it was a dream, then it goes away. And I've actually experienced that myself with my miracles, with my family who witnessed them, and they didn't remember it. They literally did not remember it, and I had to remind them again. Then I go, oh yeah, I remember now. And then they were like, okay, I do remember now. So it's important that people share their miracles. And I've heard lots of crazy stuff, and I think if I never actually experienced my miracles, I would not believe somebody else when they say something. Like when somebody goes, I heard a guy say, he had a female friend, and he watched her like under the water in a tub for 45 minutes. She had some power to hold her breath for that long. And normally I wouldn't believe him, but I've had my own miracles, so I think I'll just go ahead and believe him. And so I shall share my miracles. Back in like 1997 or so, back in 96, my brother was borrowing my car, and he was at school, and he said he came out one day and there was a crack. And he looked at the crack in the windshield. Apparently somebody had thrown a rock at the car. And there was a crack that went a few inches across. And then I drove the car for a couple months, and I saw the crack get a little bit bigger, and then I traveled around the world for 2 years, and then I came home, and the crack was even bigger, until the crack was actually 4 inches from the edge of the windshield. And this is back in the year 2000, March of 2000. I was a newspaper delivery boy, and I get up one morning, and I get in my car, and I look through the crack, which was right in my line of sight. I had to look directly through the crack in order to drive around. And I look forward, and boom, like a smack in the face, I noticed that crack is gone. The crack that went almost all the way across my windshield, right in my line of sight, was just gone, and it's still gone. And so I was like, oh my God. And so I even called my mechanic, because the car was in the mechanic shop at like a week beforehand. And they go, what? No, we didn't fix your windshield. And they wouldn't have had the time anyway. Then we had the car for like a day. So I was like, oh my God. Well, yeah, and I saw it. The crack happened right now, because I remember seeing it last night. So anyways, that was crazy. But then 3 days later, I used to have gaped teeth. They weren't like totally gaped teeth, but I did have gaped teeth, and I didn't like it. I put like special little rubber bands in there to push it together. And I wake up 3 days later, and I feel with my tongue between my teeth, all this flesh was falling down between my teeth. And I go, what's all this flesh doing, falling off my teeth? So I look in the mirror, lo and behold, these two front teeth are completely together. So together that even today, until today, if I push my teeth together, I can feel that they push together. And I have to push my tongue out, and then they pop, because they push that close together. If I put the dental floss, I'd have to push the dental floss to get through the teeth. And that's a miracle. And that happened 3 days after the crack disappearing. And those are the only 2 miracles I've ever had in my life. And they happened within 3 days of each other. Now, you might ask me, was anything special going on in my life at this time? Well, yeah, I was kind of depressed. I didn't have much money. I didn't have a good job. I was kind of like, blah, kind of. And so maybe that was something to remind me to believe that I actually have somebody watching after me, or I have some kind of power to fix my windshield, or there's just something else out there. So that was cool. Now, those are my two miracles, and I just shared them. Now, there's some other weird stuff as far as UFOs, and I guess I'll throw that in too. I was 19 years old, and I was with a friend in Moab, Utah, and we got stoned. And I think we even held hands, looked into each other's eyes, and we go, let's pray for aliens to come. So we prayed for the aliens to land, a spaceship to land right next to us, right? Just for fun. And then we, stopped and kind of forgot what we did. And 10 minutes later, we looked north towards, and if you've been to Utah, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you look north when you're on Slick Rock, there's no city for thousands of miles. You probably have to go all the way up to Canada to see it. Any kind of habitation. It's straight, total desert. All you have is Arches National Park. North of that, nothing. And so the only thing it could have been was maybe a Jeep that was out there at night on Slick Rock. But what we saw was maybe a mile or so away, or maybe closer. It was kind of hard to tell. But there were these lights. It was green, yellow, and blue. No, green, yellow, and red, the color of the Rasta. Because I was all like, Rasta, Rasta, Rasta. And I painted everything I owned, green, yellow, and red. Both my bikes, my rollerblades, my computer. I just went crazy and painted everything green, yellow, and red stripes. And so I see these green, yellow, and red lights going from right to left. And I go, oh my God. And my friend's like, oh my God, look at that. And I go, oh my God, now they're going left to right. The lights going, and it was maybe like, it was kind of lights like how you would imagine a flying saucer with the portal lights. It was kind of like that. And you could see 3 lights with all the different colors, and there was maybe like 12 or so lights you could see at one time, just moving from right to left, and then left to right, and then they started going from outside to inside. And we're like, oh my God, that's a freaking flying saucer. That's the one we called down. And it was in Slick Rock, like where a truck would be, but no trucks have lights, that many lights. So then I go, let's go out there. And my friend goes, oh no, I'm scared. And at that second, the lights disappeared. So that was kind of crazy. As far as UFOs, I saw 5 stars in formation, 5 satellites in formation, just like lights, go across the sky. And then 5 minutes later, I saw like another one and then another one going in the same formation, the same line. And I was in Page, Arizona, which is, I guess, a UFO hotbed, so that was kind of crazy too. So anyways, that happened to me. So I would advise other people to share their miracles, to try and get people to not get so fixated on the idea that it's all random chance, and that's, but, the people who say that, those are the same people who would say that, cavemen and Egyptians made the pyramids, and, and that everybody who says that they've seen aliens or flying saucers are liars, and so kind of goes to show that when people, decide that they're going to believe in something, just that random chance, then they get stuck in it, and they really should get unstuck from that, because there's definitely something else going on. And so that's my miracles. How long did it take? Oh, cool, just under 10 minutes. Hopefully I'll get more miracles.